Next two speakers are Kelly Nee and yeah, I think in my book, I'm sorry, Stefano. Kelly Nee and Jamie Carter. Kelly is as a director of the Coastal Hazard Service at ASA, and Jamie is from the NOAA Coastal Services Center.
Hello everybody, I'm Jamie Carter with NOAA's Coastal Services Center. So you've probably heard our organization referenced a few times today. I'm not going to go into the full details of my presentation, otherwise I really wouldn't have much to present afterward, but I do want to make sure that those of us here who are interested in learning more about the products and services we provide, which primarily are geospatial data and tools and training, you should come to the presentation and listen to what we're going to discuss, which in my part is going to be focusing on our sea level rise and coastal flooding impacts viewer. This is a dynamic tool we've developed over the last few years, and we've rolled it out nationally. It's one of those first order screening level tools, but we've put a lot of research and development into building the underlying data layers that allow us to do the mapping. So come listen to that, and Kelly's going to get into a little bit more detail with respect to storm surge.
Hello everybody, my name is Kelly Nee. I'm Director of Coastal Hazard Services at RPS ASA. As Jamie mentioned, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can incorporate storm surge into your climate change and sea level rise vulnerability assessments. And in particular, I'm going to be talking about NOAA's slosh model and how it can be applied to effectively assess vulnerability to storm surge for situations where maybe you don't have the time or the resources to use some of the higher end models like ADCIRC and FVCOM. We're going to get into the details of what the slosh inputs are and how to define them, what are the strengths and the limitations of the model, and a little bit about some validations of the model that have been done recently. And then finally, I'm going to finish up with a case study where we applied the model to New Bedford Harbor to look at vulnerability to water quality infrastructure there.
They will be in room 149, which is also on the first floor around the back of the auditorium.